Hello and welcome to Records Rebuilds. Believe it or not, it has been 27 days since we've had any C8 Z06 content on this channel, and that's because there really hasn't been much to talk about, at least not enough that I thought I could make a whole video, and I try not to make a video if there's nothing interesting to say. But we're starting to get some information trickling in, and we've been saying for a long time, not a unique idea that I came up with. A lot of the information comes from John over at MidEngineCorvetteForum.com. But we've been saying for a long time that we thought something big could be happening around 6/16/2022. Now, we thought that because there was a memo about, more than 2 months ago from GM to their dealers saying that ordering for the C8 Z06 was very, very tentatively scheduled for the end of spring. So, obviously that's this Thursday, but I think things are going to be pushed back just a little bit more than what we thought. And one of the big reasons for that is last week, in preparation for orders going in this Thursday, dealers got notified how many allocations they could expect to get for that next order cycle. And most of them we're hearing are saying we got more C8 allocations than we have ever gotten before, which is great news. It means the factory is going to be ramping up production. I think GM really is going to try to hit 40 to 44,000 cars total for the year. Like from the point the Z06 starts to the next year, calendar year after that. But it also means, are we going to have the biggest number of allocations we've ever got, and then they're going to add the Z06 allocations and orders on top of that? Probably not. So this is probably going to be one more cycle of just C8 orders, and then the next one after that. So we're talking 2 to 4 weeks after this Thursday. That's when we really expect that we might get C8 Z06 orders in for the first time. Now, I do think we could get pricing this week. Just yesterday, we found out there's going to be an additional $2,300 increase for the regular C8 Stingray, on top of the $1,005 increase when they move to the 2023 model year. So, that's $3,300 increase in that car this year. So, last time to get your guesses in before I think pricing is going to come out very soon in the next 1 to 3 weeks, but I really feel like it may well drop this week. So I am going with, I'm going to use that extra increase in the Stingray price to increase my guess to $89,995 for the MSRP for the base Z06. If you want to put your guess down in the comments below, I know we've done that before, but you can update it one last time and we'll see who gets the closest. And I think, this new timetable where orders are going in 2 to 4 weeks from now, I think that still puts them with plenty of time to get the cars delivered, at least the very first cars delivered summer of 2022, so that all of their timetable from the very beginning is still right on track. And there is just one thing that still worries me. I don't know, worry is the right answer. I mean, they're going to come whenever they come. But the thing that kind of worries me, gives me a little bit of pause, is that we really still haven't seen any of those CTF cars. And by CTF cars, I mean cars with the CTF sticker that then have a sellable VIN number. So not a VIN number that ends in EX. But we 2 weeks ago, saw a lot of really cool prototypes at the Indy 500, in addition to the Indy 500 pace cars. So we'll go over those cars, and we'll talk about the VIN numbers for those and what we're looking for, and maybe possibly if we've seen the very first CTF card, possibly. And then right before that, finally, the red C8 Z06 prototype made it to my local dealer, and I'll show you just a little bit about that. The C8 Z06 Tour finally made it to my local Chevy dealer, Davis Moore Chevrolet, last week. They are an awesome dealer that has never sold a single car above MSRP throughout the entire pandemic. And they're continuing to do that. You can still get on the Z06 list at MSRP today. However, when I first called them to get on the list, it was June 2021, and they already had 67 people on the list. They only get about 5 Z06s a year, and they told me they currently have over 220 people on their wait list. So their wait list is 44 years long at their current expected level of allocations. Even though I had already seen most of the exhibit on the internet, I did get to see the Tech Bronze wheels for the first time, and I think they could look really cool with some of the color combinations. Okay, now on to all the cool cars we saw at Indy. Here's a picture posted by Magic1980 on MidEngineCorvetteForum.com, and you can see the far car is the red Z06 with black stripes. That's VIN number 50EX. There's the white car in the middle, VIN number 48EX, and the yellow car, which is VIN number 54EX. There's a cool video from YouTuber EddieX where you can see that yellow 54EX really letting it rip. It's a great sound. Then on the Drive 615 channel, we finally caught a glimpse of the VIN for this hypersonic gray convertible with the blue interior. With that VIN came something even more intriguing. As you can see, this car sports a captured test fleet vehicle, and that's really important to us because we all know the captured test fleet cars have to come out before we can get into regular production cars. But you'll note the VIN number here is still 55EX, so it's got that EX suffix on the VIN. So just like the white 60EX car that we saw back at the Bash, this is not going to be a car that's ever sold to people. It's a prototype that is going to be smashed. So we still haven't really seen any saleable VIN numbers that are going to go into private hands. Of course, the Indy 500 pace cars were also C8 Z06s, and they were reported to be VIN numbers 71EX, 72EX, and 73EX. If that's correct, and if they are some of the final C8 Z06 prototypes, it means General Motors made about half as many Z06 prototypes as they did C8 prototypes back in 2019. The highest number I have for a C8 prototype is number 134. Okay, so we're really sure that nobody on the entire internet has seen a CTF car with a sellable VIN and confirmed it by posting the VIN number. So what have we seen? Well, these pictures popped up last week and they show a single Z06 under the normal protective wrap that cars get shipped from the factory in. And that's significant because we've never seen one with this wrapping before. Now, we don't know if that is a CTF car with a normal VIN number. And I don't know, you could kind of make a case that it's not because it's only one car on a transport. But this transport was spotted in southern Michigan, and we know that that's where the first CTF cars will go. So perhaps this car is headed for Motor Trend or some other magazine that's about to review the car. Perhaps we're about to see a whole flood of CTF cars, and that would be about right because if they're going to start producing the cars in September, they would need to get those CTF cars made about 3 months ahead of that. Okay, so that is everything I know about the C8 Z06 and the upcoming deluge of pricing and ordering information that we are expecting. I very much believe that this will be the last video that I make where we don't have pricing information. So I'll look forward to discussing that with you guys next time. See you later.